So as you guys know, we're coming up to the business end of the season where players are getting linked with teams and, there's all sorts of gossip, all sorts of transfer news. And we're going to discuss who we think has been the most fraudulent transfers of the past 5-10 years. So I'm going to let you...
We'll start first, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to let you start first.
I'll do one first and then I'll give one and you give another.
Yeah. One.
Enzo Fernandez. Because see what it is for me. It's what it is for me, especially when, I think because he came in during the time when Chelsea was trying to rebuild as well.
Yeah.
They were trying to get all the players together. And obviously he was coming off Argentina and things like that. But for me, to pay 100 mil for a centre mid, you're expecting someone like
It was more than 100 mil, no?
Yeah, like
110.
Yeah,
was 110?
Yeah, something like
that.
Yeah. And for me, it's like, when you're getting a player like that, you're thinking about like Bellingham.
Yeah.
Because if guys like Bellingham is moving around for that same price, then you have to start making comparisons. Because it was the same thing they were doing with Pogba before. When Pogba moved for the same price, he moved the same price as someone else, I can't remember. Pogba moved at the same time as another player moved. And they were trying to compare the price of the both players. Like when you go like Enzo, and then you see someone like Bellingham moving at the same time, you're going to start thinking, okay, cool, I need to start expecting goals, assists, controlling the games. But the guys, bro, Enzo does nothing on the pitch to me. I mean, but the guy does nothing on the pitch.
I couldn't tell you where his strongest position is.
Bro, he does nothing on the pitch. Like, the only thing he's done, like, so you see this season now, when they've played with two defensive mids, like this was earlier on when Lavia wasn't injured yet. They had Lavia, they had Caicedo, and then they had Enzo playing 10, and then I think for like 2 games he was getting numbers. Yeah. And then Ray, but bro, like Enzo's not a 10.
Nah, he's
either.
not.
So if you have to grab a centre mid and play him as a 10, just so it's like when they had Conor Gallagher going up top, like trying to score goals, and then they were talking about him scoring goals and puts him high up there. It's like any midfielder that they see scoring goals, they start thinking this guy is doing something. Bro, that guy's a fraud, man. Like Enzo to me, trash. Yeah, trash. Because you can't spend 100 mil on a player, and the player is not even. You can't put the player up with any of the midfielders in the world.
Yeah, 100%.
Like you can't put him up. You can't put him up against Rice. He doesn't compete. You can't put him up against Bellingham. He don't compete. You can't put him up against Pedri. He don't compete. You know what I mean? So how are you 100 mil?
This is why,
and you can't compete with no other top midfielders.
This is why it's so dangerous breaking the bank for a player off the back of a World Cup campaign. And I feel like that's what Chelsea did. He had a decent reputation for Benfica, but I feel like it was really the World Cup that really pushed Chelsea to spend that amount of money on him, if I'm being true.
I think it was misprofiled because you see sometimes that people will see players doing certain things. That's what I'm always like curious. So when I see like a centre mid that's looking like he can score goals. Like, if you look at Havertz, for example, like in the German league, he was looking like he can score goals. Chelsea went and bought him, thinking he's like the next Ballack or something. Do you get it? It's like sometimes you have to watch the way a guy is scoring goals from midfield here. And see if that can actually translate to the Premier League. To get it, see if it can translate to another league. If the guy is actually good on the ball, or if the guy is just attacking space in a league that's very transitionally based. Do you get it? So it's like I feel like they sort of Enzo saw what he was doing in the World Cup, and they're thinking, he can replicate that here. But then the thing is that when you look at Enzo, it's like there's no real like asset to him in terms of a 10. He's not a playmaker. He's also not like a centre mid, like a Pedri who can control games. And he's not a defensive mid. Yeah. So you just got like an all-round player in midfield who's running around that has no real quality.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm trying to say?
He's not really showing any real peak.
Exactly. Yeah. So for me, Enzo is not. That guy's a fraud transfer. 100 mil, you can't sign a guy like that for 100 mil. You got that someone like that. That's 30 something like that. Yeah. Not 100. Yeah.
Oh, you're saying Enzo's max 30 million player?
Max 30, man. It's not 100. That's not 100 mil player.
Yeah. I don't.
What would you say? What would be your number one for?
My number one is the worst player that I've ever seen play in the Premier League, my boy, and that's Anthony. I don't think there's anybody that would fight you for Anthony's case. I'll be so honest.
I feel Anthony. You see the thing, Anthony. He's a case of he came from the Dutch league, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, that's a case of the Dutch league. When you see players doing
90
skills.
million pounds of the Queen's finest. GBP. Come on, let's be real. Let's be real here.
No, Anthony's trash. You see the thing with Anthony is, again, in that Dutch league, there's a lot of players that you see them in 1v1 situations. Yeah. You get like beating defenders that can't defend. Like in the Dutch league, there's a lot of defenders that can't defend. Like for me, it's a poor league defensively. And it's a league that's known for having poor goalkeepers as well. Like look at the goals Gakpo was scoring over there in that league. Every single goal we were seeing was shooting from outside the box. Yeah. You've got him doing that day. And it's like I just didn't understand how they saw him dribbling players like that, and thought that you can translate that. Like dribbling don't translate like that. Yeah. Like you need to have players that can actually good 1v1 players to get in position. I feel like even like with Zaha, for example, it's like I still had that debate, even though he was doing it in the league, I was still having the debate like, can this guy, if he plays for a top club and players are on him, and and it's not just like a lot of space, and he's actually going 1v2. Do you get like what Saka does? Can Zaha's dribbling translate to a bigger club? You're still asking that question, but then they go into the Dutch league and looking at someone like Anthony.
Terrible.
All the guy was doing was skills. That spinneroni thing that he keeps on doing, bro.
Can't create separation.
Bro.
Yeah. Top speed, not that great.
Nah.
Completely one-footed, no right foot whatsoever. Can't score. Ability to assist is capped. He's not strong. What does this guy do on the pitch?
Yeah, poor decision making as well.
Decision making is terrible.
Yeah, poor decision making as well.
I've seen him sometimes half beat a player only to turn back onto his left foot and then lose the ball.
Because he thinks his name or.
This guy's a ridiculous.
Yeah, no, Anthony's weak.
Terrible
Anthony's
player.
weak.
Terrible player.
Anthony's weak. I think if I'm gonna talk about another one, for me, my second one will probably be Grealish. Yeah,
See, now
Grealish.
this one stirs a bit of debate because.
Yeah, Grealish.
So why would you say Grealish is a fraud?
Because see, for me, is I used to rate Grealish highly at Aston Villa.
Yeah,
See,
same.
but that's another case of a guy that when you see him for a lesser club here and he doesn't translate to a bigger club, a half and half blame Pep a little bit. Like, do you get half and half blame Pep a little? Because when what Grealish was doing at Aston Villa, it was more of a case of he was the main ball handler and he was playing centrally as well. He wasn't stuck out wide.
Yeah.
But then he goes to Man City and Pep has him doing 1v1 situations out wide. He can't combine with players a lot. Do you get? He has to stay really wide.
Just carrying water on the left wing.
Exactly. When really, like, that position suits more of a player like, you know, like Doku. Even though I don't rate Doku like that, it suits them kind of guy. Them 1v1 guys like Savinho, all these kind of guys. It doesn't really suit Grealish, who's more of a guy that needs to combine with people. He's not someone that's going to stretch the pitch. He's someone that wants to play in the middle as well. So I feel like, but then at the same time, yeah, for 100 mil, even if you're out of position, you see what we were saying about Rodrigo in the other video. Even if you're out of position, yeah, you still need to perform to a base level, which for me, I don't feel like Grealish has done that. Like, despite like with everything that he's done and how highly I rate him there, because for me, he was like a wide player, like that's a playmaker, like a Perez. Do you get them kind of players that's how I saw him, like a wide player that can dribble, he can create chances, he can score goals, he can combine inside. I was looking at him at that level, but for him to come to Man City, but it did seem a bit like he seemed very settled with what he got as soon as he got to Man City and the fact that they won that thing, rather than him trying to elevate himself.
But the thing is,
I think it was more so that.
But the thing is, City fans will tell you, we won the treble, yeah, and the year we won the treble, Jack Grealish was somewhat instrumental. So they believe that he's repaid his value.
But then the thing is, like, if you that's a club that has spent a lot of money on and have so many good players.
Yeah.
If Arsenal sign Grealish, that's a flop. Like, there's no two ways about it. And
So are you saying it's a flop because of what he produced?
Yeah, because what you produce for that amount of money,
his numbers.
Yeah, for over 100 mil, for you to perform like that,
Yeah.
it's like, yes, you can get away with performing like that for a team like Man City who have other talent. Do you get? But then when you're playing for a team like Arsenal, who if we sign Grealish for 100 mil, like, we're still getting lashes for Havertz. Do you get? Like till now, yeah, because we spent just 65 mil on him.
Yeah.
If we spent 100 on Grealish, yeah, and that's a player that we have to rely on to win up, bro. Like, someone like that can't do nothing for us. Like, you need to be consistently reliant. But then again, you could also argue at the same time that if he was playing for a team like Arsenal and he had more freedom,
He might have more freedom to do
exactly, and he played more
essentially.
essentially. But then for me, it's like, still though, as a player, you still have to find your way into that team and play in a certain way that people will be able to see that, okay, if he was played at our position, if he was played in the right position, he could still perform. So that's my only thing with Grealish, is that I don't think he's done enough for where he could have been. Yeah.
All right, cool. My next one, and you're not gonna like this one.
Was it?
It was Mane Dembele. Dembouz.
Dembouz. Usman. No.
That transfer from Dortmund to Barcelona, fraud.
Are you saying?
Fraudulent
Are you going to say fraud completely, or just the one to Barca?
No, I'm saying his transfer from Dortmund to Barcelona was a fraudulent transfer. He did not live up to his price tag, didn't live up to his reputation.
Yeah. I think it's hard to argue though. I mean, I think it's hard to argue for him.
This is your boy. You're just gonna fight his case.
No, I rate him. I rate him obviously at PSG.
Yeah.
But I think it's hard to argue for him because when he was at Barca, he was still young as well, and he was also injured. Like, if you look at like the way his career went,
availability is the best ability.
Yeah, no, but come on, what can you do about being injured though?
You cannot get injured.
But there's not much you get. Like,
Whose fault is it that he's made out of Weetabix?
No.
Whose fault is that?
See, but we've seen what he does here when he's fit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've seen
For Barcelona.
No, obviously not for Barca, for PSG.
I'll never forgive this guy. I will never forgive this guy. 3-0 up. 3-0 up. You have the chance against Liverpool, Barcelona. Messi squares it to you on a plate. You have the chance to make it 4
Yeah, he
and you
fumbled.
fluffed your lines and you lay on the floor and you started laughing as if to say, "Oh, it doesn't matter." You know,
No.
you know, I was watching that match.
No, see, but the thing is, the reason I laughed is he knew that he fumbled bad. That's the thing. He knew he fumbled bad, yeah. But at the same time, you still have to remember, bro, he was still young then.
Bro,
He was
listen,
still-
I
he was
can't get
still
over that
young.
moment. I was watching that match with one of my boys, yeah, and we looked at each other and we said, "Okay, Barca are 3-0 up, but this miss is gonna mean something, you know." And at the time, it's unthinkable. A team is 3-0 up and completely dominating. You've got Messi carrying the team in the form of his great form.
Yeah.
So why would the chance to not make it 4? Why would that affect the whole tie?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
No, but I wouldn't
Unforgivable.
I wouldn't put the whole thing down to him.
I'm not putting the whole thing down to him.
I won't put that because they completely fumbled.
I'm not.
Barca completely fumbled.
I'm just saying that was a crossroads moment that I will never forgive him for.
Yeah, but that's like so you're gonna hate on him for that
Forever.
That's like saying you're gonna blame.
Dembele, you're forever a fraud in my books.
No. That's like saying
You're forever a fraud in my books.
But you see when Barca had the what was it? Was it PSG? When PSG had a comeback, what was it? Six or something like that.
Yeah, they came back.
When that happened, but you can't put it on just one player. You can't just put it all. You can't put it all on one player just like that, bro. Like for you to have flopped that badly and allow them to come back with 4 like that.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I'm not putting the whole result on that one player.
I mean, he could have ended it.
That was a crossroads moment, where today we would not have been talking about Liverpool winning that Champions League if not for one moment.
I think Liverpool winning the Champions League, does probably affect it even more and makes it even worse. But obviously, if you're just looking at it from Dembele, obviously Dembele didn't perform too well, a boss, of course. But I still put it all down to injury. I mean, it's hard to, if you think about like, he's not even the worst Barca sign like that, because how much did Barca sign Coutinho for? Wasn't it like 100 and something, 20 or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
And Coutinho was trash, man.
Yeah, Coutinho wasn't great for Barca.
Yeah, and Coutinho was trash. But yeah, now let me move to, my next one will be Hazard to Real Madrid.
Eden Hazard to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Terrible transfer.
Yeah. But I think
scammed. Eden Hazard scammed the Champions League.
This is
Only reason
he won the Champions League, innit?
only reason
I remember.
Hazard won the Champions League was because he was somehow part of Real Madrid's numbers, and they won it without him.
Nah, he played though, man.
He played.
Yeah, some minutes.
Hazard played. They gave him minutes, bro. They were giving him trust minutes.
It's a loyalty bonus.
Give him trust minutes.
No.
Just to
You see
achieve.
what Hazard there? You see what Hazard? I put Hazard in there as a flop because that was definitely a flop. But I still think that you see what Hazard there. I think he moved to Real Madrid at like the wrong time. I think he moved to Real Madrid.
How old was Hazard when Real Madrid bought him?
I'll need to check. Yeah, because he wasn't old like that. Hazard wasn't old when he moved there.
I know he wasn't old. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, he was older, but then football age don't work like that. Football age don't work. You see Hazard here, because do you remember I was telling you about that table where they showed a lot of players that played a lot of minutes when they were younger?
Yeah.
Hazard was at the top of that. Bro, the guy's been playing since he was like 17 for Lille.
So Hazard was what? He was late 20s when he went to Madrid. He was sort of like 28.
Bro, football years don't work like that. Look at Wayne Rooney. Like the same thing happened with Wayne Rooney.
Yeah.
Like all these young players here that started off really, really early, like Wayne Rooney, Fabregas, the same thing. It's like Hazard as well. They started early, and the thing with Hazard as well is that when he started early, it wasn't just him playing early and just being a bit part player. He was carrying Lille and he carried them to a title as a young player.
Yeah.
Then he went to Chelsea.
Yeah, I mean, you're carrying Lille in the Uber Eats League One. I mean, it's not really the biggest achievement, is it? Really?
No, but when you're that young, though,
he was a teenager. He was like 19, 18, 19.
Yeah, 18. But he's been carrying Lille from a young age, playing big minutes, carrying them. Same thing happened with Ozil as well. Like Ozil started from young. Ozil started from like when he was 18 as well.
So what are you saying? Because I'm hearing too much Hazard prop now. Are you backing him or are you?
No, he's a flop. Yeah, no, it was definitely a flop. But I think
a flop for Madrid. Yeah,
it was a flop for Madrid.
So we can agree on that one.
But that transfer came at the wrong time. That transfer came at the wrong time. He was finished at that point.
Why was he finished? He was 28.
No, but come on, man. Like he played too much football before he got to that stage. I think this is a bigger topic.
So they should have bought him when he was 20. So they should bought him when he was 23, 24.
But I think if you watch Saka, okay, let's say if Saka continues at this rate, playing the same way.
Does Salah have 2 heads, bro?
Bro, Salah wasn't carrying nobody when he was
younger. Does Salah have 2 heads?
Who was Salah carrying when he was
younger?
younger?
How old is Salah now? 32.
It don't matter. He's carrying nobody when he was younger.
Does he have 2 heads?
Bro, was Salah main guy at Roma?
Does Lewandowski have 2 heads?
Bro, none of these guys were carrying teams when they were younger.
What do you mean?
Lewandowski was in the Polish league before he went to Dortmund.
Okay.
Like he went to Dortmund when
Lewandowski's in his late 30s, you know.
Yeah. No, he's washed now. You know he's washed.
But he's still playing to a decent level.
Yeah, he's playing to a decent level, but he's not playing the same level. But he's not carrying the team either. Lamar's the one carrying the team.
Hazard went to Real Madrid and he couldn't leave food alone.
Oh, bro, come on, this guy. Bro, there's a different level to
You're
play.
a professional footballer and you can't leave food alone.
No, headers. See Hazard there. See Hazard there. At Chelsea, who was the other guy that he can say, "Oh, I'm going to give the ball to"? See, now I look like I'm backing Hazard for which I'm not even trying to do. But I'm saying at Chelsea, he was the main guy.
Okay, that's fine.
He was the main guy for years.
Fabregas. He had Diego Costa.
Come on.
He had Diego Costa.
In what season?
Fabregas.
In what season was anybody
Didn't
else?
he have? He had Oscar as well.
Wait, he had this guy, but he didn't have them consistently. He was but he was the constant. He was
that's
the
fair
constant.
enough,
They kept coming and going. He was the constant, and he was consistently performing this whole time. He was the main guy there, carrying them. Can you imagine a guy who came into the league in the French league, for example, at 17, carrying Lille to a title, goes to Chelsea, doing the same exact thing as well, playing league, playing Champions League, carrying them as well, carrying the whole team, taking them all the way, and then now he has to move to Real Madrid. Bro, come on, the guy's tired, man. You know what I mean? Like, bro, that's what happens. That you can't play football. You can't consistently play at a certain level. And a guy like, okay, look at Neymar as well. Why do we think Neymar's done now?
We're not talking about Neymar. Let's stay.
Come on, man.
Stop bringing these other players.
It's the same thing. These players that carry the team.
So you're saying Hazard was tired. That's why he flopped at Madrid.
I'm saying tired, you know.
No, is that what you're saying? You're saying he was tired.
No, I'm saying he had too much responsibility as a young player.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with so many young players.
The season that Hazard, I think there was a whole season where he scored maybe 2 goals in the entire
injuries, man.
No. That season he wasn't injured. He scored single-digit goals. Yeah. And he was just like, I think that might have been the season that Chelsea did really bad that season. I can't remember where they finished. I think it was 2015.
Oh, you mean for Chelsea, man?
Yes.
Oh, you mean like towards the ending?
I'm saying, was he tired then? Because you're talking about the transfer came too late.
No, he can have a bad season. He can have a bad season.
He took the whole season off.
But I think
he took the season on. He went on holiday that whole season.
No, I don't think it was at his best anyways. Then even like this for me, anything towards the end of Hazard's career, that's not him. Bro, anything towards the end of his career was not him.
It wasn't him. So who was it?
It's his stepbrother. It was his twin.
Did he have a twin? Was it Thorgan Hazard? Was it Thorgan Hazard?
I don't even. No. Hazard. Okay, Hazard flop.
Hazard gets everybody wants to explain when it comes to Hazard. So much explain.
Because he did so much when he was younger, man. Like, Bob, some of these players you have to give them some leeway. Some of these guys who do these things when they're younger, and that's kind of with me as well. I look at this with Saka as well. I think Saka can end up in that role. Like we're already talking about him playing against Real Madrid. This guy's coming from a bad injury, and we're gonna throw him in against thing. You know.
So what I'm hearing from you is that you agree that the Hazard transfer to Madrid was a flop.
Yeah.
But you think there's context to it.
Yeah, of course.
See, me, I can't explain.
No. See, because I can't be putting Hazard in with Enzo and Grealish, and Anthony and them lot. Like,
of course not.
These are just flops.
Because he wasn't a flop for his whole career.
That's what I'm saying.
Just that signing to Madrid. Yeah,
these lot are just flops. You get it? So him, obviously, like I've got to give a bit of context.
Why did Hazard never do anything in the Champions League for Chelsea?
Well, so you think that that was all of him?
No, I'm just asking. I'm asking. I'm asking.
But it's not.
Because he is propelled to heights to say he's this guy.
Bro,
listen. Mo Salah is nowhere near. Why did he not do anything?
Okay, actually,
in the Champions League for Chelsea, because he played with a relatively good team.
Okay, let me tell you about. Who do you think is better? Who do you think is the better footballer, Hazard or Salah?
When you say who's the better footballer, what do you mean? You need to break it down. Overall football.
No. I'm saying who had the better career? See, because then you're gonna say trophy, you're gonna say Champions League, but then I would just say Hazard won Champions League even though he didn't contribute. But anyway,
he didn't contribute no Champions League whatsoever.
Bro, okay, forget. Let's just forget trophies. Yeah. Who do you think was the better player, Hazard or Salah?
It depends how you quantify better player. You can't. Because if I'm being honest,
you're taking the piss.
If I'm being honest, right?
Bro, who was better, Hazard or Salah?
If I'm being honest, I'm picking Salah all day, bro.
For what?
Because what Salah does on the pitch translates to more points.
But what Hazard does on the pitch, what Hazard does with an egg, Salah can't do with a ball. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Hazard is a way better footballer than Salah. It's not. For me, it's not competition. Who's better?
Right.
It's not even like Hazard just an overall better footballer, than Salah. It's not even like is he? How can I even look at it, man? It's like if I look at Saka, for example, and then I'm trying to compare Saka with like a regular winger, like that doesn't, like I can't even compare it because what they do on the ball is just so different. Like what Hazard does on the ball, but Salah can't do that on the ball. Like we said before.
So do you think Hazard can do what Salah has done in his career?
What? No, but what's he on his career? Score goals. Score more goals.
Do you think Hazard can do what Salah?
No, but it depends what you're asking. Are you talking about the goals?
Goals, end product.
See this guy, man.
End product.
Bro, end product. See when you say end product, you're talking about assists, right?
End product.
Okay. Okay. Let me just talk about the assist part here. No, I'll talk about the assist part here. If a guy is playing the final ball to someone to tap in, go and score, which is what Hazard was doing. So if a team is sat back now, deep, and they come back, let's say like an Atletico, and they come back and you can't break them down. Yeah, and let's say Hazard comes, dribbles all these guys, gives it to someone else, and that guy plays the final pass. Who are you giving that assist to? Who are you giving the creativity to? So you give it to Hazard or the other guy?
So, but what you're trying to do now, you're trying to say that one belongs in this camp and one belongs in this camp.
No, because I'm saying that the way I'm saying the way Hazard is breaking down teams. I'm saying that's not what Salah's doing. I'm saying for Liverpool,
they function differently on the pitch.
Yeah, and I'm saying for Liverpool when they were dominant, Mane was the one that was doing that, not Salah. It was Mane that was doing that breaking down of the teams. Not Salah. Salah is just the guy that had the input. I'm not saying he's not having nice assists. I'm just saying he's not that. It's like if I'm trying to compare De Bruyne and Modric. Bro, what Modric is doing in terms of allowing you to be able to dominate a game and create chances is higher than what De Bruyne was doing.
All right. Well, viewers, just for the viewers' sake, we've digressed quite a lot. All right, cool. So my next fraudulent transfer, it's got to be Joao Felix, man.
From moving to Chelsea.
Moving to anywhere. I'll be so honest. See, Joao Felix, he's the biggest dream seller.
I think you see with Joao Felix, he reminds me a bit like Lautaro Martinez. If anyone dares sign Lautaro Martinez, that's what's going to happen to them as well. That's what's going to happen to them as well. Because you see them guys, they look good where they play and where they have so much freedom. Like even like Alexis even looked good at Inter Milan as well for a period of time. Even Lukaku as well. And I feel like these kind of teams, like where he was looking good for Benfica and stuff, if you try and get these guys and you bring them to a league where they can't play 9 because they're not physical enough against defenders, and they can't play 10 because they're not actually midfielders either. So they're just floaters.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's Joao Felix, to me, he rings of those kind of players, all style, not much substance. I don't think I've ever seen a player move for that much money, what Chelsea signed him in the summer, and be loaned out in Jan.
Yeah.
That's unheard of.
I think Chelsea were dumb though because they had the opportunity to loan him, unless they had the obligation to sign. I can't remember.
No, they loaned him 2 seasons ago. It was 22-23 they loaned him. Then they didn't activate. I don't think there was an obligation to sign at that time.
That's what I'm trying to say,
So he went back to Atletico, and then Chelsea have signed him last summer. And within 6 months, I've loaned him to AC Milan.
Yeah. That's why, I didn't get that.
I'm not even too sure he's pulling up much trees at AC Milan at the moment either.
Yeah, no. Because he's not like he starts regularly anyways. Because I think Rafael Leao starts on that stuff. Yeah, you see with him, again, it's like there's certain players, like even when you go back to talking about like Anthony, who came from Dutch League, there's certain players that you just have to watch when you sign them. Like there's a lot of players that look skillful, like they can dribble and stuff like that in a different league compared to when they come to England and they play here and it's different.
He's clearly a talented player.
Nah, he's got skills. He's got skills. He's just not that.
How he applies it on the pitch.
Yeah, it's not that. Yeah, like even like remember when we were talking about like skill wise when we mentioned Yamal and Saka, or even Rodrigo and stuff like people having skills, like Rodrigo being more skillful, but then like Yamal or like Saka being able to like implement it a lot more better. Do you get a lot better? It's a bit like that as well. A lot of these guys have the skills, they just can't implement it in a certain way, or they don't have like the physical aspect of it. Like Dybala's another one again as well. That I think Dybala would have been better like years ago when teams were playing 4-4-2, rather than now when it's like there's barely any teams playing with 2 strikers. Do you get? And like I think his struggle is because of like the positional requirements. He's not 9. Do you get? He can't play back to go. He wants to play the middle, but he's not midfielder either.
It's like not quite incisive to play 9, but then not creative enough to play 10. So it's like you're in the middle kind of player, kind of just in limbo.
Exactly. And I think a lot of them players, there's quite a few of them that's about.
Yeah.
And like teams will be looking at them and you don't want to make the mistake and go and sign them.
Especially for big money. They usually go for big money as well.
They usually go for big money as well, yeah. They usually go for big money because they play for these teams, like these kind of like, I mean, Lautaro's not playing for a Midland team, obviously, but like he's doing well for Inter Milan, but that's a very specific system that he's doing well in. Yeah. Like he's not really having the 9 role. Like the 9 roles will be given to like Thuram. Thuram is the one that's stretching the defenders. Before then it was Lukaku. Lukaku is the one that's stretching the defenders. He's just allowed to float. Yeah. So I think that could be a mistake. There could be a mistake there. My one though that I would go to would be Alexis Sanchez from Arsenal to Man United. That was a terrible,
fraudulent, and it was so painful because the love I had for that guy. The love I had for that Alexis Sanchez guy, man.
Because he was so cold for Arsenal.
All that piano playing for nothing.
He was cold for Arsenal, Cold for Arsenal, but then at the same time, I think like for Arsenal fans, if you were following him, you could see towards the end here because his style of play was very like work. It was like very energetic, and you could see that he was slowing down a little bit. But I think obviously like opposition fans couldn't see that, but we could see that because to me it was very different to the Van Persie signing. Like when Van Persie left Arsenal, I knew that this guy's gonna go and kill it over there.
Complete prime.
Exactly. But with Sanchez, I could tell that he was slowing down a little bit.
Yeah, he was beginning to frustrate Arsenal fans. He was a bit lax with the ball. You know, he started playing a lot of like percentage ball where he would just like
Hollywood
float
ball,
crosses in.
for no reason. He was playing very like a lot of Hollywood ball, and he was starting to turn into those players like Lautaro Martinez, like Joao Felix. He was starting to turn into that when in reality he was the exception to them because he had work rate that they didn't have. So he was the exception to them. But then slowly, as he started to slow down, which is probably the reason why these kind of guys don't really shine too much because a lot of them don't have that kind of work rate. Like Alexis had like Tevez kind of work rate. You know what I mean? Like Tevez is like them kind of guys, but Tevez had work rate. Do you get it? Like Alexis had work rate when he was at his peak.
And I think work rate separates you in that it gives you the ability to play the role. Because of the demands of it.
And you're able to like push yourself, and you get like because a lot of times these like Alexis can't play back to goal. But the thing is that because of the way he works and the way he roams, the defenders are chasing him constantly. He's dropping deep. He's making them work. These guys are not making these defenders work. So it wasn't working for him. But you could see with Alexis, he was starting to dip in United. United have made loads of poor signings like Di Maria, Falcao, Maguire, Chelsea as well. You know what I mean? Like so So I think Alexis is one that
Alexis is up there, man.
What will be your
my next one? Mikhailo Mudryk. We dodged a bullet.
That was crazy.
I can't lie, I'm questioning you. You almost spent how much was the transfer? Like nearly 90 mil.
90 mil. I was so close to signing him as well. And it's because Chelsea basically hijacked it.
Yeah.
These don't hijacked Mudryk. And that would have been us.
And now he's nowhere to be found.
Bro, I haven't even seen him this season.
It's because of the substance charges.
Oh, is that even true?
I believe so. I think he's under investigation. I think he's still under investigation.
Oh, I didn't even know. I thought that was cap. No, I didn't know.
I believe he's still under investigation. So he's just.
So that's why he's not playing. Oh yeah, it's true because I haven't seen him. Yeah,
completely invisible.
Yeah, bro, I don't.
What a flop of a transfer. Oh.
The thing, I didn't even see where because there was no 1v1 ability that I saw for Chelsea. So where did we even think that we can spend 90 mil on this guy?
I don't know, man. I think the sample size of the footage that was available for him, you know, he had moments.
He had moments. Like he wasn't explosive.
He was living off that one match against Madrid.
Against Real Madrid.
He had quite a few highlight moments from there, and it looked like, wow, okay, there's something about this kid.
But a lot of it was just pace.
He has mad pace, but it looked at the time that like he had close control with the pace to match it as well, and it just looked like, wow, this player is capable of something. And then I think I can't remember who their manager at the time was, who said that he believes that Mudryk is going to be a Ballon d'Or winner one day. So there's a lot of hype around him. But lo and behold, from day one,
he came young as well.
From day one, he touched this Premier League.
In the 9.
Just looked out of his depth.
In the 9. And the thing is, like, physically as well, he looked weak as well. He looked weak physically, couldn't beat players 1v1. He couldn't create separation. Even with all that pace, he couldn't create separation.
I think he can create. I think he can create separation. I just think he's too loose with the ball.
No, he can create. For me, he can create separation. But there's like running with the ball is different. Do you know what I mean? Like running with the ball is different than just if you kick the ball and you run. It's not the same. Do you get it? Like I saw that clip of Henry when he kicked the ball off the defender and like in a small space he started creating separation immediately. But that's him running with the ball. Like certain players can run with the ball and create separation. Certain players is more like they just have that pace, you get like off the ball pace, and that's what he had for me. I don't think he had no 1v1 ability or nothing like that.
For me, he doesn't look after the ball enough. For me, he's very quick. But
he's loose with the ball. Like
so far, he's been a tragic signing.
That's poor. And we're lucky though that we didn't get him. I know. Proper lucky that we missed out because that would have been us finished. That would have been us finished because the same way we have Havertz now and we have to play him. Can you imagine we had Mudryk here and then we had to keep him because he was 90 and we couldn't get rid of him? We would have been so finito because that left wing we ain't gonna get no one.
And who even knows when he's gonna play next?
We're lucky with that one. We dodged the bullet there for real. But my next one will be Griezmann to Barcelona. I think it was like 120 mil. I think it was like 120 mil or something like that.
For the price tag.
120 mil. Bro, this guy was trash for them as well.
For the price tag, he did not live up to expectations.
He was and then ends up going back.
And he ends up going back to the club he signed.
I think he went back on the. Did he go back on the free? I think he might go back on the free.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I think he might go back. He was poor. But the only thing with Griezmann is I didn't get why Barca signed him either.
Yeah, I never.
Because he was such a specific player.
Again, he's another one of the in the middle kind of players.
Them, he was such a specific player, but he was playing for Atletico where they play 4-4-2, where there's not that many teams that played like that. he was doing that, yeah, and it suited him there. Do you get it? It suited him there. To go to Barca, where was he going to play? 9. He couldn't play 9. And he's not a winger either.
Yeah.
So I didn't even get why. Like, Barca made some weird signings. Like,
Weird.
to have signed him for 120 mil, obviously Dembele, I get that one. But then to sign Coutinho as well, for that. Bro, Coutinho wasn't even a proper midfielder.
Such a weird subset of signings, to be honest.
Yeah, no. Barca were wasting money at some point. And that Griezmann was a big waste, man.
Yeah, that was a big waste of money.
Yeah, that was a massive waste right there.
My next
who's
one.
your last
this
one?
is my last one, yeah. And it's got to be Onana. And I'm talking about the goalkeeper Onana.
Bro,
Terrible,
Onana's
terrible.
not as bad, man.
Nah, Onana was
not
terrible. I'm sorry. I can never trust the goalkeeper for a high top.
Bro,
No way.
But Onana's
No
not that bad.
way.
You know what? You know Onana's not that bad, yeah. Bro, keeper exists.
Who? Kepa? Oh, Kepa.
Yeah, exists.
I'm having Kepa over Onana. I'm not gonna lie.
For what? Bro, Onana's better with his feet, and he's a better shot stopper as well.
He's Bozo gene. He has the Bozo gene.
Yeah, but I feel like it's because he tries to do more. Bro, keeper's hands are weak. Like, keeper has weak hands.
I don't know. For me,
for a goalkeeper.
For me, the reputation Onana came with.
Oh yeah, that.
And you know, coming from Inter, looking like one of the best keepers in Europe, to come and just like absolutely just be terrible for Man U. It's just.
But then playing for a United team that's trash as well, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, this is arguably the worst United team we've ever seen, like, ever.
That's true, but he's at fault for a lot of goals, in my opinion.
Yeah, but he's also exposed.
Yeah, but sometimes that can work for you as a keeper.
Yeah.
If you're exposed,
what you mean, like shot stopping?
Yeah.
No, I get that. Like it can make you look better if you're just constantly shot stopping. Yeah, obviously. But at the same time, like, look at Koscielny, for example. Koscielny was playing in an era for Arsenal that we were conceding so many chances, and he was in isolation a lot.
Right.
Like that didn't help him, even though he was good.
But for keepers though, like, you know, you can see if a keeper's been exposed. But that doesn't make up for the level of error that Onana makes. It's just unforgivable.
But there's games here that Onana will be playing here where he's making like an insane amount of shots that he has to save.
Yeah.
Like from close range as well.
That's true.
Bro, like someone like Raya's not even making that many saves in a game.
That's true. But I just don't think it outweighs his Bozo moments.
Yeah. No, I see that. I see that to an extent. I wouldn't say he's the worst keeper though.
I had Man United fans telling me that we've signed the best keeper in the world when they signed him. Are you guys still saying that? Man United fans, are you guys still saying that?
No, but you see the thing with Onana is a lot of people rate him even more because of his passing. And I think that's one bad thing now is that people just rate keepers for their ability on the ball.
Even his ability on the ball.
Yeah, I think that's very overrated.
I think it's very overrated.
Yeah, I think that's very overrated.
Extremely overrated.
Yeah, because they were talking like he was like some next Neuer.
Do you know
and his passing, I think it's more so like his long range passing that's good. Like his short passing, I don't see where he's
I'm not seeing.
I don't see where he's just beating pressure and things like that. I don't see that. Yeah, I don't think it's that. Yeah, but that's the top 5 for the.
So like I
can't really think about anyone's. I'll be thinking about guys like Andy Carroll, Pepe, Lukaku, Nicolas Pepe.
You know what?
Nicolas Pepe was selling dreams, because I thought that front three of Lacazette, Aubameyang, and Pepe was going to be the one.
Yeah.
But
I don't think Pepe has been as bad as.
He was tragic, man. 90 mil.
It was 90. It was 70.
Bro, the guy couldn't control the ball, man.
It was 70 mil, man.
Was it not? No, it was 90, man.
Nah,
it was
90.
Way.
It was 70.
Double check though. I think it was 90.
Definitely 70.
Bro, irregardless, bro, this guy, bro, he couldn't control ball, man. He was so inconsistent. It reminded me of Jorginho.
I think he was inconsistent, but I don't think it was as bad as people made out to be.
No. His technique was too poor, man. Bro, like for that amount of money, you need like basic level of like technique on the ball that you can keep the ball to yourself to get like close control and things like that. Well, this guy was just loose with the ball, man. And there's times where he just does balls and stuff like he'll beat the player and then he wants to go do it again.
Yeah, I remember that. That was very frustrating.
I remember that one time he was in the white, like the edge of the box. I can't remember. It was at the edge of the box, and he did like a fake shot. Yeah. And he faked the guy.
I think he faked that 3 or 4 times.
Bro, just cut back.
Lousy.
Just cut back. This guy can do fake shots.
It was too one-footed.
Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah, I think we had this conversation before time ago, and you said something about his standing foot. Or so, like his other foot is just standing.
Yeah.
Well, the guy didn't want to touch the ball with his other foot. You know, how are you using one foot only? You just stand. That's it.
It just makes you complete.
Bro, you can't do much. Bro, you can't do nothing. And then I think you were saying as well before then. I remember because we had this conversation.
Yeah, we've had it many times.
About how every time he gets the ball, it's like he's waiting. It's like when he touches the ball, it's not I'm touching it to move forward. He's touching it for the other guy to come. It's like he's waiting for the guy to come. It's waiting for the guy to come, and then he started.
And the thing is,
I was saying,
he doesn't plan what he's going to do
Exactly,
before
yeah.
he receives the ball, and it makes him so predictable because it's like he's waiting, he gets the ball, then he's deciding what he's going to do.
When he starts thinking
At the top
oh,
level,
what
you
am I
can't
doing?
function like that. You will just get clamped in the Premier League.
Bro, guys receiving the ball and there's like, okay, so what's next?
So what's next? Come on.
Nah. 70 or 9 mil, yeah. You can't be receiving the ball and start thinking. Boy, he has to be like on the go.
Yeah.
Even Martinelli, yeah, as dead as he is, yeah. But it's still.
Nah, don't do my boy like that.
No, come on.
Don't do my boy like that, man.
Martinelli's
I've
dead.
not sold my stocks on him yet.
Martinelli's alright. Well, to
Martinelli, I've not sold my stocks.
so you still think generational.
We're just we're just having a downtime.
Martinelli is calm here, but at least Martinelli, even though we know he's gonna take it down to the byline and try and beat the fullback, and try and cross whatever he's gonna do, no matter what the situation is, yeah. He's heading to the byline. You see Martinelli. So what I don't get about him is this him. I don't get why he don't just look up.
I think it's the instinct, isn't it?
Bro, you can't keep receiving the ball in the same position here and then run to the byline every single time. Every single time he does this here, and it doesn't matter if the fullback is trying to stop him from going on the outside, stop him from going on the inside. This guy is gonna cross no matter what.
He's a space player, so he's looking at where he wants to run to.
The only thing is this here is why not just go back? Do you get it? Like if you're not gonna do nothing, at least there's the only thing is that he's a player.
But he has a lot of distance between himself and his teammates in that position.
Oh, so you think it's more the system?
Possibly because our left back doesn't. Our left back inverts majority of the time.
Yeah.
So he's never really around anyone. Our left centre mid is usually box crashing.
Yeah.
So he's usually on an island by himself.
Right. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I get that.
In contrast,
I don't think he's a winger. Yeah, he's not really a winger. He's an inside. I think he should be an inside forward. That's where he'll be better. I don't really think he's a winger, but at the same time, it's like, bro, like you can't keep on repeating the same actions every single time. It's like he just has this like setting that he just has to get to the byline and cross. But even if the defender's there blocking it, even if he's blocking it,
it's like he's on cruise control.
Bro, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but anyways, that's the.
So
I can't think of too many other fraud signings, but.
So I'm gonna say out of your 5, who would you say is the crown of yours? And I'll pick the crown of mine. Who takes the crown out of your list?
Nah, I think Alexis was terrible though.
You think he was the worst out of your?
He went on a free. That's the only thing that they didn't buy him. They didn't buy him, so you could take that part out of it. Actually, I'll say Griezmann.
You think Griezmann's the worst,
120 mil, yeah. 120 mil just to go to Barca and go back to the same team that you came from. I think even for free as well, and for that, and to do nothing at that club, yeah. I think it's Griezmann.
I think the biggest fraud on my list is it's got to be Anthony.
Yeah.
You can't pay. You can't beat 90 million of the King's finest GBP for someone to come and do fidget spinner on the pitch. Nah.
And he was doing them rotational skills as well.
That's what I'm calling fidget spinner. Coming to do Beyblade on the pitch. Nah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's the top 5 there, man.
It's unacceptable, man.
Yeah. We're saying that's it, don't you?
Yeah, that's it.